Hi, my name is Lydia Robertson. And every emotion that you and I experience has a response. When you're happy, you might smile or laugh. When you're sad, you cry. When you're excited, you might scream, or maybe you call your best friend. When you're scared, you seek comfort with a person, place, or thing. What about when you are angry? What is your response or reaction? That's a difficult one, a question we might shy away from because the answer feels heavy, shameful, or it may be embarrassing. But is feeling anger wrong? Am I sinning when I feel angry? We see in the Bible that Jesus got angry. Let's read one of those stories found in Mark chapter 3. Again, he entered the synagogue, and a man was there with a withered hand, and they watched Jesus to see whether he would heal him on the Sabbath, so that they might accuse him. And he said to the man with the withered hand, "Come here." And he said to them, "Is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm, to save a life or to kill?" But they were silent. And he looked around at them with anger, grieved at their hardness of heart. And he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was restored. Jesus was angry with the attitude of the religious leaders who placed their traditions above caring for the man who needed healing. But notice that Jesus responded to his anger in two ways. First, he made his point with his words, spoken clearly, directly, deliberately, and passionately. Secondly, he took action. In this case, Jesus healed the man with the withered hand. None of this was based on selfish intention, but rather on furthering the kingdom in truth with love. Let's look at another example. Jesus is preaching to a crowd of people. As he does so, some of the parents in the crowd start bringing their children to Jesus. They want him to bless their children. As this happened, his disciples started to push them away. Mark chapter 10, verse 4 says, "But when Jesus saw it, he was indignant and said to them, 'Let the children come to me. Do not hinder them, for to such belongs the kingdom of God.'" Indignant is defined as feeling anger because of something unjust. And so we see again that Jesus responds to his anger with words and action to bring the children to himself. And he did this while clinging to the compassion, patience, and kindness of God. Human anger can lead to dangerous and destructive behavior. It makes us say and do things that we don't mean, or maybe that we will later regret. Human anger can cause division amongst families, friends, and communities. But what if we challenged ourselves to approach anger in the same way Jesus did? I think it is summed up well in James, chapter 1, starting in verse 19. "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger, for the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." I want my life, my words, actions, and thoughts to be rooted in the righteousness of God. That can be a difficult one when I'm angry. For me, it can feel impossible. Though it is hard to admit, sometimes when I'm angry, I just want to stay angry. I think that is what James was referring to as the anger of man. But instead of staying angry, what if I responded to my anger by asking myself, what does the compassion, patience, and kindness of God prompt me to do or to say? With that, here is your challenge. The next time you feel anger, ask yourself, how does God want me to respond? Then pray that he would show you how to act and speak to the situation with his compassion, his patience, and his kindness. Now, go win today.